I'm really happy you could join me this on this installment of Minute with Hug and talking about grief today in continuation, as a continuation of previous discussions we've had before. Religious and spiritual leaders have pointed that we should look at loss as an opportunity for personal growth, spiritual development, so personal and spiritual development. And you fast forward to today, as in this day and age, moving through intense emotional pain has become such a misunderstood, even kind of a, you know, taboo process that most of us have very little idea of how to respond to loss of any kind. We've discussed in previous conversations that loss can, although often associated with the passing of someone, can also be associated to anything related to dash dreams or death of a dream. So we're dealing with trauma as a culture where upwards of 70% of the population, which population, by the way, at one time or another is going to have to deal with a traumatic incident. And when that happens, well, they're kind of in limbo. They're caught off guard. And there's so much trauma in society. And I feel that it's really important to study and learn new ways to deal with it. And that's why I make time, I muster up the energy, and even though it's not always easy, to post these videos in the hopes that it'll help someone and another person and people out there, at least present them with a different thought and have them decide how they're going to deal with this process. But the discussion needs to be had, and I strongly believe in that. Therefore, I provide this freely, and I'm sure it'll benefit you and others you might know in your circle. So today I'm going to give you some tools on how to manage your grief leading up to recovery. Indeed, these tips will help you as you try to recover. I'll share 8 tips on grief recovery. Yes, I said recovery. And I'll finish it off in a second video because I like to keep these videos concise and up to a certain length. So if it gets too long, then I'll cut it short and then do a second part to it. So you can find subsequent information, obviously, in the ensuing video. So how do you associate recovery with grief? Let's unravel what recovery means in this context. There are 8 ideas here. 1, recovery means feeling better. Okay, it means claiming your circumstances instead of your circumstances claiming you, or instead of your circumstances encroaching on your happiness. Okay, recovery is finding new meaning for living. Someone once said to me that the loss of their parent motivates them to want to lead a better life, to want to lead a more meaningful life, because then it gives credit to their loved one. It gives meaning, gives value to the life of their loved one, and it maintains their legacy. Recovering is being able to enjoy fond memories without having them ignite painful feelings or regret or remorse. And so I have to be honest, I'm not quite there yet. There are days when I'm, stronger than they're not, but I am working on it. Recovery is acknowledging that it's quite all right to feel sad, because life is truly hard and tough. And there are lots of sad moments with fleeting moments of happiness. So it's quite okay to feel sad from time to time without the need for medication or, that sort of stuff. It's okay to sit with your pain and to have friends sit in the pain with you. And it's okay to talk about your sad feelings, no matter how those around you react, okay? It's normal. So recovery is forgiving others when they say or do things are based on their lack of of knowledge about grief. It's a reflection on them and not you. And recovery is one day realizing that your ability to talk about the loss you've experienced is perfectly normal and healthy. It's okay. It's perfectly normal. It's healthy to talk about what you've experienced and the pain you're feeling. That is part of living. It's part of being human. It's part of our humanity. So, lastly, number 8, recovery means acquiring the skills that we should have to deal with loss directly. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a second part, just to kind of keep this concise. There's a lot of thought here that I'm leaving you with, and you can follow up on the conclusion in the next video. So I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for listening. Do go back and visit these points because they're really, they're really informative, but also very practical and useful. I'm sure, the application of it would be, beneficial to you or someone you love or might know that needs the help. So pay it forward. See you in the next video. Thank you.